I'll show you how to complete a Facebook ads audit for any Facebook ads account. To get things started, just grab a copy of this spreadsheet right here down from the description below so you can follow along with me when we're going through the audit. The other thing that you're going to do is just go to your Facebook profile and make sure that you are in the ads manager section of Facebook, and make sure that you're in the correct account. So you'll come over to campaigns here, and then you'll select the account. I'm going to use Advanced Med Spa, which is one of our clients, to walk through this demonstration with you today. So as you can see, the spreadsheet here is just set up into sections that can help you walk along through them with me, and you can go back and know which sections you have problems with while walking along through it. Or if you don't have problems with walking along through it with me and you want to skip to a section that you're like, hey, I think I need some help with that, just click the little timestamp thingies below in the video. As you can see, they're grouped off. Anyways, let's go through what the yes and no means. So if you click yes when we're walking through this, like the first one, is there a pixel created? If you had a pixel created, you would just click yes. If no, then you're going to need to figure out how to do that. If the answer is no, then feel free to give us a call or send us an email or comment on this video, and we'll feel free to help you. This is just trying to help your ads become the best that they can do. And not a lot of people want to share that information with you, but we are completely fine with doing that. So let's just hop right in to the first thing that we're going to do. Make sure you have the spreadsheet open and come over here. And the first thing you want to do, like it said, is make sure that you have a pixel created. Now to do that, you're going to go to All Tools and the Events Manager section. From the Events Manager section, you're going to go over here to this little triangle, which is the data sources. And you're going to see if you have a pixel created. Ignore the little red marks right there. That can just do sometimes with API conversions. Facebook basically forces you to try to use those even though you don't need them to successfully run a campaign. So this one is actually working correctly. So if that was yes, then we're going to click yes. If no or unsure, you can give details about what your confusion is. So if you reach out to us, we'll be able to know. Anyways, now we're going to check if there's events set up on your pixel. So to do that, go to Settings, then while it loads, you're going to scroll down and go to Open Event Setup Tool, grab your website URL, type it in here, and you're going to open your website. Now, the events, it's very important that you know what your company is doing. As you can see, Advanced Med Spa wants to get customers to contact them. So these contacts would be considered leads. If you're selling something on a storefront, then you want to do purchases. You're just going to have to know that. As you can see, all my buttons are set up here correctly. If I wanted to track a new button, I would just click that and I would highlight something that's considered a lead. This is not considered a lead, so I will not do that. But if you have these buttons right here, then you are good to go. And we're going to click yes for this part of our audit. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to see, are the campaigns adjusted correctly to what we're tracking? As you can see, we just did leads or trying to track if people are contacting us. So the next thing you want to do is go back to Ads Manager, and then you're going to click the campaign section once again. And from campaigns, you're going to see what it is tracking. This one, they are tracking leads. They are doing lead form generation. So the lead form generation campaign setting will let you have people where they can go to your website or fill out a small leads on the Facebook ad itself. So if that is selected correctly and that is what you want to do traffic by getting people to your website or leads, then you are going to click yes. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that it is in the section that you want, which we just did. I'll need to mark that one off. But anyways, the next thing that we're going to run through is the campaigns settings. So we're actually going to open one of these campaigns up real quick. So in order to do that, you're just going to come over here, select just one of them to make sure that that's the one you're going to edit. And as you can see, we are in the campaign section. I'm not going to tell you to name your campaign. That should be pretty obvious. If you haven't done that, then I don't really know what to tell you. But the first thing we're going to look at is the categorize your ads. Now, if your ad is in any of these, this is one of the times where no is okay. So if your ad is not credit, employment, housing, or social issues, and it better be very, very carefully one of these things. Like just because you do a mowing industry does not mean that you're housing. If you're doing job offers, then yes, you would need to do that. That's a little less specific, but all the other ones are very specific. So that's not going to happen for most of you. So in this case, you can click no, and this no here would be okay. Now, the next thing we need to go do is make sure that your buying type is an auction. This campaign has already been published, but if it wasn't, there are a couple other options, and you need to do auction because you need to compete against your competitors. You need to see how you can improve your ads by the quality rankings, which we'll get to later in the video. As you can see here, we have selected campaign objectives. So right here, we have auction selected. We'll go ahead and click yes. And then is your campaign objective set correctly? We looked at that outside, if you remember, in the ads manager section and saw that it was leads forms. Well, there's leads right there. So now we know it has been selected correctly. Does your campaign need a spending limit? For most of you guys, I'm willing to guess yes. That is in the more options section. So if it is yes, don't actually click none added because we will do that in schedule, but just select yes here unless you have an insane budget and you don't have to worry about that. Then that's great for you and you can happily click no. If you're unsure, then just contact us because you might be rich, who knows. But anyways, if your campaign does need a spending limit, set your budget. So right here, you can set your budget. Just make sure it's correctly what you want it to spend per day. And if Advantage campaign budget is selected, then that's just going to go across your campaigns in the best way that Meta deems possible. So that right there, you can see if your budget is correct, like selected correctly, then you're going to click yes. Right here is Advantage campaign budget turned on. This one can also be yes or no. In this campaign, we have it turned on because for the ads, as you can see, the wellness couple, the BioT ad copy, and the BioT, it is basically going to compete within itself, within those ads, and then give the money to which one performs best. Sometimes you want that to happen. Other times you won't want it to happen. It's really just going to depend what your ads are looking for. If you've made similar ads, like as you can see, one of these is a copy, then you kind of want them to A/B test against each other. Anyways, that one is okay if you click no. In this case, we are doing yes. Any of the other ones that I've not said are okay possible no's, which are these two selected, then you're going to need to talk to us or someone and figure out your problem. Did you set your campaign bid strategy to the highest volume? As you can see right here, the bid strategy is the highest volume. You're going to want to make sure that you've done that. It is yes here. Does your campaign need scheduled times to run? As you can see, these ads are running all the time, but if you're going to want scheduled times, then you're going to click yes. You're going to click yes, and later in the video, I'm going to show you how to do that using rules because there's actually not a campaign setting to do that. It's actually a rules setting, so that will be important, and you can click down below in the timestamp if you want to already get to the rules, and ad scheduling is what you're looking for. And as you can see, there's the A/B test thing that I was talking about. Now let's go to the next ad set section and see what we have to do.